Okay, Hot Dog, come in and sit down because you watched the documentary. Netflix announces on last week or something.
Why don't you sit here? It's a seat.
Not yet. Netflix announces, hold for the cue. Netflix announces that they're doing a documentary on Fyre Fest, which was that big music festival that was a disaster in an island in the Bahamas.
Yeah, promised first-class treatment and all these amazing like VIP tents.
What? Oh, I'm sorry.
Your mic's not on. Sorry.
Yeah, no,
that's
that's
a little operator error.
A little operator error on
Yeah,
my part.
yeah.
Yeah, we'll see if we can make up for that. So, this group called Fuck Jerry, which is a marketing group, they're the ones who produced this documentary, and they produced it for Netflix. Now, Netflix wanted to get the guy who organized the whole festival, the guy who's in charge of Fyre, but they didn't get him because he said that he's charging. He wants to get paid to be in these documentaries. And they're like, we're not paying you to be in this.
Well, how much does he want?
I don't know. But they didn't pay him for it. They said, we're going to put this out. And they said, it's coming out. What day does it come out? Friday, is that right?
Friday.
4 days from now.
4 days from now, Friday. So, yesterday, Hulu comes out and says, look, a lot of the stuff that Fuck Jerry is saying is very, very biased because they were involved in the marketing of the thing. They're going to make themselves look good. So, we're doing our own Fyre Fest documentary. We have the guy who organized Fyre Fest in the documentary, and Netflix is like, oh, that's kind of fucked up. And Hulu is like, wait, you haven't heard anything yet because we're actually putting it out right now. and
no announcement, no nothing, right?
It came out yesterday. It was just available. Completely makes the Fuck Jerry group look terrible. Makes the guy who organized it look terrible. Ja Rule look, well, Ja Rule looks
Does
like
he
Ja
look
Rule.
bad?
Yeah.
They pulled the undercutters.
They pulled the undercutters formula.
Did you like it?
I loved it.
You did.
It's great.
It was so
And I can
funny.
see it for free somewhere else, not just Hulu?
Yeah, you can see it on, I think, Billboard's streaming it.
Oh, you said
and
that.
the Hollywood Reporter.
I just gave you the login.
Oh, so you haven't seen it?
Don't say that publicly. You get in trouble.
You haven't seen it?
Then again, no one knows who Hot Dog is. No.
Okay, so then before we do that, then I don't want to talk about it too much.
Right.
Instead, let's bring Angie in.
Oh, damn it.
Instead, we'll just bring Angie in, who works here at Sirius XM.
And she is a big...
Yeah, bring Angie in.
Oh.
No, I don't want him sitting next
We
to...
want to talk about Chip.
Yeah, go on the other side of Jim, because I feel like there should be a buffer.
Well, well played.
Buffer.
Yeah, just, in case there's any. Angie works here at Sirius XM, and we've kind of, over the last year or so, probably a little more at this point, it's been really kind of pathetically long.
More than a year.
It has been more than a year.
Sure.
Okay, I wanted to give him the benefit of the doubt.
I don't
but
know, at least a year.
Yeah. We've been talking to Hot Dog about
I
how...
gone home.
You wanted to talk about Fyre
About
Fest.
how
He was deeply in love.
he's not.
Well, hang on.
Hold on,
hang on.
We don't
Angie.
know.
We'll get to the bottom of all of it.
Oh wait.
He's deeply in love with this girl that he hangs out with, that they're friends. And at first we were wondering, like, oh, maybe there's something going on here. And then more recently, and I really mean within the last 8 to 9 months, it became clear that Hot Dog had been viciously friend-zoned. And that while he was still madly in love with this woman, she had made it very, very clear that they were buds.
Well, women can do that a lot easier than we can. Women can know you like them and be comfortable being your friend, and they don't want to confront it or address it because they know. Men, it's a little harder for us to do that, I think. Women deal with it more than we do, like the guy who likes them. So we think that he likes Angie.
It's beneficial to have an emotional friend.
Sure.
To have a friend who's there for emotional support and things like that. But the reason I bring all that up is because, ironically enough, Angie is that girl.
She is.
And now they're both here. Isn't that fun?
She has publicly...
Why are you pointing at me like that? I did nothing wrong. You're pointing at me already like I did something wrong.
I'm just pointing.
I hate it when you point. We've talked about this. I hate when he
Wait,
points.
hold on. You talked about it? When did he point? What did you say about his pointing?
Well, he always points in my face, and I tell him to stop pointing in my face, and he's doing it now.
What does he say when he's pointing?
It's good that there is a buffer.
Not in your face.
It's usually he's pointing
yes,
down.
No.
And saying, look, down here. Down here.
No.
What does he say when he points?
I don't know. Just if I'm being annoying, he's like, stop it. Something like that.
I'm picking up already. Number one,
relationship bickering.
And number two, Hot Dog's voice has already gone up 6 octaves. No, I'm not
No, he always does that though. His voice always does that.
'Cause-
Also, he made me wait in a restaurant by myself for half an hour on Saturday night.
What does that have to do with anything?
You sent him
Just-
home on a train so you could
Yeah,
hook
yeah,
up with
like,
somebody
stop.
else. Like,
Stop it.
I mean,
No.
where do you want to
No,
start?
this is not.
Yeah.
Stopping it there.
Where-
No, but
but
he
like,
was
you-
like, "Oh, I found a friend on the street who's divorced."
You
I'm
had
just
reservations
thinking.
for 8. I got
Look,
there
look.
like at 8:10.
We need. We're
I
One
know. If I
thing at a
told
time.
you, I was waiting there.
we're already off the ranch.
Hold on. When you guys were in Long Island and he was going to take the train back
Okay,
with
stop
you.
it.
No,
No,
we're just talking- we're just talking- you
no.
and you were going to take the train with him. At what point did you decide you weren't going to meet Hot Dog on the train?
So here-
that is a good question.
Here's what happened, right? So Hot Dog and Angie are hanging out. We're going there
Stop
for the
it.
chip show, right?
Yeah.
I don't want
And-
this.
no,
I
no,
don't,
it's
want to
o-
talk about this
Well, then why'd you volunteer to do this on the air?
because we're not going to talk about. We can talk
You're right.
about anything else.
Yeah,
but
that's not
that.
what-
We're not gonna.
bad.
We're not gonna talk about this.
We're talking about
But
the train.
We'll
Just
talk about the
scheduling.
situation.
Train schedule.
Yeah. Okay.
Just
At
the schedule.
11 p.m.
Hang
I was
on,
like,
hang on,
"Hot
hang
dog,
on.
go back alone."
Let me explain.
Okay.
It was the Chip Chipperson live show.
Mm-hmm.
I said, Hot Dog, Chip is looking for a girl for the show.
A floozy.
I said floozy because
Yeah.
I thought Hot Dog was going to bring one of his floozies.
Sure.
And
Some
instead,
stripper.
he brought the love of his life,
That's
Angie,
true. He did. His partner.
his partner. And so Angie came. She did a great job, by the way. She did the dating game.
Yeah.
It was all fun. They had agreed to take the train back together.
Yes.
And
Right.
after the show, Hot Dog was kind of cleaning up. Angie ditched him, went and did something else. Don't know.
We don't know what you did.
Went and did something else, found somebody else in Long Island to hang
And
out
said,
with.
I'll meet you at the train station.
Right.
Okay,
And I know
yeah,
this because
Correct.
That was bad.
I
Yes.
actually gave Hot Dog a ride to the train station, and he was insisting the whole time, don't worry, Angie's going to meet me here at the train station.
Sam and his friends, they were like, she's not coming. I'm like, no, she'll be there.
Okay.
And I said,
that-
and so I said, here's what we'll do. We'll wait at the train station with you until she gets here.
I said, okay.
And then he was texting, I'm on my way, until the phone call finally came in that said, now that you're at the train station, I want you to know I'm not coming.
What happened?
Okay.
It wasn't a phone call. I called.
Right.
Yes,
She
and
didn't
I
pick
picked
up.
No.
Yes,
No.
I did.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I
You didn't
did.
pick up. And then you texted me, I'm not going to make it.
Okay,
Ouch.
because I thought I was going to. I thought I was going to
Why didn't you make it?
because I was having fun.
You,
I
and-
see.
Oh, how come you didn't invite Hot Dog back?
For the fun.
you
Why wouldn't you
also
be
did
like, Hot
say-
Dog, we're having fun?
Yeah, why
You
didn't
should-
you invite him back?
You also did say, I'm on my way. I'm leaving now. I'm calling an Uber.
Yeah. Okay.
You did say that.
Was that a
Wow.
fabrication?
Maybe.
Okay.
Why'd you
This
say you were
was so
calling an
long
Uber?
ago. Also, I mean, this was in September, y'all, and
Right.
we're still talking about
No,
this.
no, but we haven't
Weird.
never got to the bottom
as,
of it.
as if like
I was wronged.
I'm a good friend to you.
Is she a good friend of yours?
Yeah, I
That's the
haven't
issue.
brought this up since. They
No,
brought
I
this up.
know that it just fascinates me that y'all are so fascinated by that.
Because you didn't. You were gonna go back with him. Why didn't you invite him back to have fun with the bar?
If
Oh
there's
my
the
gosh,
fun bar.
fine. Because I went home with someone. Is that what we want?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Wow.
Did you?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
You guys.
Good for you.
We even said
Good
that
for
at
you,
the
by the
beginning
way.
of this segment.
Good.
Thank you.
Was it
But-
the guy from the dating game?
No.
It was.
No.
Oh, okay. Were you jealous?
I was mad. I wasn't.
Hot Dog was crushed.
He was a
No,
little
he
jealous.
was. No, he was.
crushed.
I was very angry.
No,
He was
you were
really-
angry, not of like who it was, but because I just ditched you in general.
Just the principle of
Yes.
the whole thing.
Hot Dog, I saw
yeah,
your face.
it's not because of what
Well,
I was
yeah.
doing.
I was.
Would
I
you have
was-
been as mad if it was Travis?
No.
Well, Travis and I aren't as close as.
But let's say
Angie
you and
I are.
Travis are going to ride the train, and Travis is like, "Hey, I'm going to stay out here and fuck somebody." Would you be angry at
Okay.
him or whatever?
Yeah,
No,
that's
I mean,
not
I mean,
what you said.
That's how guys talk.
That's just
would
locker
you
room
would you
talk.
have been mad if he said, "I'm going to stay out here and hang out with this girl"? Would you have
I,
been mad?
I would have been like,
Cool, go ahead. You wouldn't care.
He
Yeah.
wouldn't have cared. He
Could you
wouldn't
know
have
what
cared.
but I would have been like, it's whatever.
Yeah.
You were
right.
so petty after that, though. Instead of
Ooh.
telling
Yes,
me,
I was.
instead of telling me how you
Wow.
felt, you were like, "Oh, I'm gonna send her a short text and just not talk to her." Which talk to me
Correct.
openly because we are friends, and that's what friends do.
So
how
you're
did-
saying he was
honest,
sending you
I-
short texts and not giving you
I was-
information,
I
kind of
was
like you were
I
doing at the
texted
bar.
Oh, yeah.
But that was different for me.
Yeah,
it's
it's
because
true,
I was
actually.
distracted.
Okay, by
And-
what?
Right.
What were you distracted by?
I was-
Boys!
What were you distracted by?
so many boys. No. And so if you just told me, "Hey, that wasn't cool. I'm upset." I'd be great. I'm sorry. Let's talk about this.
Wait,
No, I
why'd you?
did-
But I don't regret my decision to do that.
Ooh.
You
Well,
shouldn't.
because
No,
that's
I mean,
not
but
that's
I-
not my
but-
lane to be mad at.
I
I
know.
was just like, I just don't want to talk to you for that whole week.
Okay, you last like 3 days.
It was
but
like
sure,
it
a
was
whole
like
week.
it was by like Saturday.
Well, here's the thing.
But
The
hold on,
reason-
he couldn't do it more than a week, more than 3 days. He couldn't go without talking to you.
Well, I mean,
so-
because he's not going to just ignore. I would never ignore a friend just for a week.
Here's the thing, Jim. In my opinion, sometimes with relationships, I don't even know what this is, but in my experience with relationships, sometimes if you're like in love with somebody and they ditch you to hang out with somebody else and do whatever, you'll be way more mad at them than you would just a friend.
A guy.
And then you'll be like, I'm not talking to you for a week. But for the same reason, you're in love with them.
No,
you can't stop talking to them for a week.
No, because that's the thing. It's like I think Hot Dog would have been less mad if I was just upfront. If I was like, "Hey, I'm just not going to make it at all," he'd be like, "Ugh, all right. Well, at least now I know." Right?
Well, and it was also
it's just the way that I did it.
It was also
not great.
We both agreed. All right, we're gonna leave together at this time. Because
but also life gets in
the
way.
You want to get home early, and I need to meet up with someone at a certain time.
You still went out that night.
What was he gonna do? Just sit at home and cry?
Wait, you went out with someone that night too, right?
Yeah, and that's why I was mad. I was like, we need to be in the train at this time.
Are you still seeing them?
No.
Oh, shocker.
So wait, now, but you were also going to go to the wedding with Hot Dog, and you took
I forgot about that.
Yes, because
well, we're talking about Handsome Rob's wedding.
Yeah,
of course.
yeah. She was going to be.
When did Rob get? When was that wedding?
August.
August. So the month before this happened.
That was actually a month before, and
so I came in here to be the villain.
No,
apparently.
no. We're trying to get things straight.
You were his date.
You were supposed to be Hot Dog's date,
But
and then I believe, if I remember right,
if I could talk,
you can correct me. Week of, you were canceled on week of.
She told me for a while that she didn't.
No, it was
wanna
maybe.
come.
Yeah.
maybe.
Not that I love Rob,
But
and his wife seems great.
I got
but
the definite no.
Definite.
I got the definite no. Yeah.
the
a week
Why did you only
before.
give him a maybe?
because I wasn't sure. Because
Of
I
what?
don't. If
Other
I was
dudes.
You weren't sure what?
no. 'Cause
Oh, okay.
So that weekend I ended up not going. It was because I had to go work out in the Hamptons.
Oh, right, yeah.
I was babysitting, so I was working and I needed the money.
But
And
before that,
I was just like, well, she needs to make some money, so.
but before that, why weren't you sure? Because you didn't know you were going to babysit until a week of. So before that, you were like, I wasn't. What weren't you sure of?
Well, because I was like, what if something better comes along, like babysitting?
Or
FOMO.
Or
No.
wow.
Nor a dick. No, not
what?
a date, but a guide. It's a date.
Or a friendship thing.
Did you not want to commit to going on being his date because something better might come along?
Well,
A little bit.
yeah. Oh, look at it.
Yeah,
Well, it's just
tough.
because where it was in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I didn't. Because now I feel now it's like I'm insulting Rob and Hot Dog.
No, just say it,
fine.
whatever it
That's
is. It's
fine.
fine.
No, but I heard it was a great,
It was
wonderful wedding,
Really fun.
and I just don't really like weddings. And
It's not true.
what? That's
I don't believe you.
Plus, the Hamptons is further than Philly.
That's
no,
actually-
it's not.
Yeah,
How long
yeah.
did it take you to get to the Hamptons?
It takes a while.
Yeah, it's further.
But
than
I got paid a lot of money that weekend.
But it wasn't about the money because you were telling him before you didn't know if you were going to go.
Well, because I don't want to commit that far ahead.
Smart.
Who wants to commit to a wedding?
Stop
It's what you do. People
Now,
need head counts.
Your feelings were hurt when she didn't go?
No,
no,
you
it
had a
wasn't.
better time with your friends than with me.
With the
He-
two
yeah,
people
and
on
I
a
would have
date?
been. I
He
complain
brought
a lot.
a date and her boyfriend. Why would he have had a better time with a date and her boyfriend
Yeah.
than with
I mean,
you?
I had a good time. It was dope as hell.
Well, we
Yeah.
forced you to dance with Mary Jean.
I was dancing with everyone's wives.
That's so cool.
Because he's a safe choice.
Nothing
Yeah.
better than being the non-threatening
Yeah,
coworker.
Yeah.
So wait, you weren't sure if you wanted to commit because you didn't know if you would enjoy the wedding.
It wasn't about that.
The companionship at the
It's-
wedding. You didn't know. It could be better companionship.
Just the wedding I never went. I babysat instead.
Right.
Everything's fine.
Are you afraid of sending the wrong signals? This is what women do too. And
No.
they have to. Like they're afraid, like, oh, if I go on these things, he's going to think that I like him like that.
That's
and I
smart.
have to be very careful not to send that
No.
signal because he's my friend.
I've done that before with other guys, but
Oh.
with Hot Dog, we've never.
Well, Vito's date was also the same.
What do you mean?
Vito's date for the wedding was
Yeah, but
also
we're
the
not here
same.
to figure
Wait,
out
my
the-
friend?
We're not here to
Oh,
talk
yeah.
about Vito and the girl
Yeah.
that Vito was with.
But it was more like it was like a FOMO thing with both of them, where they were like, well, if we find something cooler or something more fun
yeah,
to
but
do.
Well,
Vito and
because-
his date weren't like best friends that also
Vito and his
was
date-
in love with.
I'm friends with her, and we were both like, "Do we really want to go?" And God, I hate talking about this because I feel like I'm insulting Rob
No,
too,
it's okay.
and that
Rob
makes
doesn't
me
care.
upset.
Rob's fine. He doesn't care.
Yeah. Also, Hamptons is 20 minutes further. They
Yeah,
they
it
did
is.
the
It's further.
Google
20
Maps.
minutes. All right,
In traffic
really
could be worse.
20 minutes.
Yeah, it's bad traffic at the in August. Whew,
Yeah, terrible.
forget about it.
Terrible. So, Rob doesn't care.
No, and yeah, I mean, and I don't ever worry about sending Hot Dog the wrong signals.
I didn't care. I figured she probably wasn't gonna come, and then I called Annie,
Yeah.
and then she was like, yeah, I'll come. She drove us and everything.
brought her
Can
boyfriend.
I bring my boyfriend? She said.
I was like, yeah, fuck yeah.
That's cool. That's fun too.
Yeah.
Well, how did your friendship start? Yours and
Well,
Hot Dog's.
I was actually in this studio and he was like hiding behind a door and someone was like,
Sounds
"Oh, that's I don't know, did they introduce you as Hot Dog or Shay?"
I can't. If it was in
Probably
this studio, I would
Hot
Hot
Dog.
Dog.
Yeah.
The mysterious Hot Dog.
I don't know, and then we started working together on one of the shows and then we just became friends.
How long into it did you realize that Hot Dog had feelings for you? Not necessarily love, but just feeling.
Well,
How
we've been
long?
friends for a long time now and I still haven't felt that. So I can't tell you, Jim.
Do you believe that?
No, I mean you really at no point. I'm not even fine.
No,
we
we're,
won't even.
we're best friends.
That's so cool. I'm not even saying. I'm not even saying right now. Fine, I'll give you
Okay.
right now. At no point were you like. I mean, I'm not even questioning your feelings, but at no point did you look at Hot Dog and go like, he's not really treating anybody else with this kind of attention.
First of all, yes, he does.
Who?
Yes, he does. One of his other friends who's a girl,
Oh,
best friends,
it's weird. We
two.
never hear about.
Never.
Never hear about
Intern
that
Annie.
one.
because yeah, intern Annie's.
Yeah,
It's
they hear
'cause,
about it all the time.
y'all know me more. So why is
Right.
he gonna bring up random?
Annie was our intern.
That's okay. I know, but she doesn't still see y'all as much as I do.
But how long into it did you realize he had a different feeling? Women can always sense it.
Never. Never.
So when everybody around Hot
I've
Dog,
helped him date other girls too.
how's that gone?
Great.
Really? Has he been?
Not great.
Because I can't
but-
fix stupid. I can't fix your stupid with girls. I can do the
Oh,
best
why
I
do you think you're
can.
stupid with girls? Like, what did they do wrong with you?
Angie, do you think for a second that maybe he's like one of the reasons why you're not that good at hooking him up with other girls is because that's not really in his heart what he wants
Yeah.
you to be
She's
doing?
not hooking me up with other girls.
No,
It's
I'm
just
not
like,
hooking him up,
Yeah,
but-
we just
But
talk
when he
about.
tells
You're the
me
one he
about
wants.
dates,
It's like Ozzy getting me tickets for another band.
Right.
It's stupid. That's not where I want to be.
I don't know. I keep getting him tickets. He never shows up to these
but
concerts.
I'll go on a date, and if it goes well or bad, I'll talk to her about it, and usually probably ends up bad. And
Weird.
then
or
better
it was good, and then you're like, "Ugh," and do something hot dog like. I'm like that.
What's Hot Dog like?
Where so something that hot dog will do, he'll say something that sounds like so much of an insult, but he just thinks it's normal.
It's called negging. It works. I've read
Negging?
books. Negging.
No, but that's just him. That's
Oh.
not a game.
Oh.
Just,
I'm trying to think of a specific example, or just like oblivious. I'm like, if you're talking to this one girl, you can't talk to her about another girl. And,
Well, obviously he doesn't know that if he's talking to you about all of his dates.
no.
Well, he's trying to show her that he has other options.
Of course he is.
No, he's
But they keep failing, and you know why.
Will in St. Louis has a point.
Let's go
Who's
to
Will in St. Louis?
Will, what's up, buddy?
I don't want to woman shame, and a lot of this is Hot Dog's
Uh-oh.
fault. I'd say probably 75%. But
Yeah.
Angie, you're a cold ass honky.
Ooh.
Angie, do you consider yourself a cold ass
Do you
honky?
think you're cold?
Well, I've never heard that term before.
Cold ass honky?
Mm-hmm.
It's on my wallet.
Floozy's one thing. Cold ass honky's a whole other thing.
Do you think you're cold or no?
No, we're best friends. We call each other just to, like talk or hang out.
Cool,
Or-
man. I had lots.
cool.
I had lots of.
It's great. He's just like it's like
Yeah.
a girlfriend. Because
I had lots of best friends in
Whoa,
high school.
hold on. Wait, you don't have to call me a girlfriend.
Oh.
That's weird. That
Do you hate that she sees you like that?
But
No,
you,
it's
but
just-
you sleep in bed with intern Annie, just
Yeah.
as friends, just
Yeah.
as friends.
Yeah.
He has yes, and his
Wait.
little twin size bed. He'll sleep in bed with her, and that's just friends too.
And she lets that happen?
a million times. Yeah.
And her boyfriend is just like, yeah, she's sleeping with Hot Dog right now.
Well, doesn't. Yeah.
Doesn't care.
I mean,
Well, because her boyfriend was Hot Dog's best friend,
Right.
and
It's
they're
not-
still best friends.
And he gets it.
And Hot Dog's not a threat.
Not a threat.
Right.
Any way, shape, or form.
Because
Right.
he's just a normal, good person.
All right, Hot Dog.
Yes.
Do your friend Annie that we keep mentioning,
Your
who is a
buddy.
former intern here,
Chum.
right.
Other best friend.
and Angie,
Mm-hmm.
do you really think they're members of the same category?
yeah.
Hot Dog.
Yes.
Then why are you smiling when you say it? I
I've
would
been
say you're
smiling
blushing,
this whole
but
time.
I would say you're blushing,
You
but
can't tell.
Do you
Who
think
could
Angie's
tell?
do you think Angie's attractive?
Oh, we're
Yeah.
I mean, it's fair. What do you think is attractive about her?
Well,
No,
it's a
we're
fair
not.
question.
No. We're
It's a fair
not
question.
doing this.
Why?
We're
I-
not doing this.
I could do my ex girlfriend from years ago is my closest friend. We don't fuck. We don't do. I could easily talk about
What do you think
Okay,
is
but that's
attractive
you,
about your
Jim.
friend,
That's-
your ex, who's your friend Jen?
She has a beautiful face. She has a pretty lips. She's a great smile. She has a great body and phenomenal ass. Like so what? It's
Right.
she's my friend now. We don't
bud.
hook up at all. We haven't hooked up in many years.
Yeah, Hot Dog and I don't do that.
So what do you think
What
is
do you think?
attractive about it?
Because you said she's attractive. You did say that.
Yeah. What do you think?
No, Hot Dog, you don't have to.
No, he's got
no,
to.
don't.
He has
I'd
to.
rather you
I'd say
insult me.
the same.
Stop.
No, but you have to.
More-
So you think she has a great ass?
That's it.
That is what you said.
Stop it.
about
Stop
Jen.
it.
No, that's
Oh
what we're
my
here
god,
to do.
I think that's like my.
What?
Go ahead, Hot Dog.
She's freaking
No,
out.
No, she's not.
no.
She knows
She's
she's
fine.
She's freaking out.
Yeah,
not.
that's.
She's
I'm gonna
pretending-
start.
No.
I'm gonna do that thing.
Hot
I'm gonna
Dog.
do the thing.
What's the thing? Is that where you like you've red in the face?
Just start spazzing out.
I
like-
do. I start
What's the
spazzing
thing?
out.
Why are you
when-
uncomfortable?
Yes.
I mean, Angie, you did ask to come on the air.
That is
I
true.
know.
This is
Yes.
this
So, Hot
is,
Dog,
this
what do
is
you
kind of your fault.
What do you
yes.
think is?
I mean, it's
yeah.
100.
This
I
is
know,
the kind of
I-
time-
100%.
You
We
I-
tricked
I-
in the sound booth.
I know. See, I thought it was gonna be more of.
Embarrassing
Well,
me.
we're not embarrassing.
Yes.
We're just getting to the bottom of your dynamics. Both of you guys. No, you're not doing anything wrong.
Jim and I are the truth sayers.
Yeah.
That's all we want to get to the bottom of is the truth.
Oh, that's what it is.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
what,
man,
anything,
that makes
yeah,
it
if
so-
anything, you
I-
shouldn't-
and this
you
makes it
shouldn't
so
be
much better.
what do you think
What
is
do you-
attractive
I should.
about
Feel,
Angie?
yeah, I should feel that this is like a therapy session.
What do you think is attractive about Angie?
We're not doing this.
Yeah, it's fair.
No, it's not. See,
good-
exactly.
Nice smile.
Eh,
Yeah.
All right, pretty smile.
Yeah.
What else?
Let me ask you, do you think
Right.
Angie is prettier on the outside or the inside?
Oh no.
The inside.
Nah, you don't. Think that.
I was only saying that just now because
polite.
sometimes she is very mean. But
That's true.
Is she mean sometimes?
What does she do that's mean, Hot Dog?
like ambush me in studio,
What does that mean?
like this right now,
This is a mean thing to do?
this is a mean thing to do.
Well,
I would agree with
I was
that.
trying to find you. I thought you were here, and then I asked him,
How
like,
did you just magically show up here?
Because I went
Ooh.
all around this. I went on 36.
Well,
to be fair,
totally.
you
I-
did text me last week too, and we're like, "Hey, we're both here. You want to
Yeah,
do this?"
no, that's true. But today it was,
Wow.
and then I was like, yeah, Hot Dog's in the lobby. And they're, oh, let's go get him. I was like, okay.
I did also text you right before I came in here,
Mm-hmm.
and I said, just go home. Sam wants me in studio.
No, I don't
Why'd you
have my
tell
phone.
her? Why'd you tell her to go home?
Because we were going to leave together and take the train.
Yeah.
And I,
Nice.
and I go,
Oh, okay.
never
I
mind.
was actually going to take the train with him this time.
I
Can't
said-
hook up
I-
with anyone
I
else
said,
right now.
Go
I
on
see.
without me. Sam wants me to come inside.
Go
real quick.
on without me. I think I can carry on without you.
But instead, you showed up here.
No, I was
so you
here.
lied about
well, I mean, I
transportation
was-
again.
Right.
So when is she mean?
what else have I
I
done?
want to know what you think is mean.
Yeah.
I don't know. Sometimes she just says weird shit, or
Like
Like, what
what?
did she say?
or sometimes like the Long Island thing, or
But what
But
did
what
she
did
say?
she say? Yeah.
I never like verbally abuse you.
No,
or
hold.
yesterday you we were talking about the date
Oh,
I
I
had.
did. I told her that she deserves better than you.
Yes.
I did
Yeah.
You
say
told
that.
his date that?
No,
No,
I
she-
told him that his
Said
date
she
deserves it.
deserves
Why?
better than you.
Because what you've
Why would
put
you wanna
her through this
sabotage
past
his-
8 months, it's exhausting
Ugh.
hearing about this. And you are just setting yourself up for failure with her, and she seems so sweet.
She's
that-
great. She's amazing.
I know. And
Why does she? Why does she deserve better than Hot Dog?
well, just because of the way he's handling this. And he's like, well, she didn't text me back for 3 hours, so I waited 6 hours to text her back.
Just petty stuff.
But that's
Uh,
normal
I
Right,
know,
relationship.
yeah.
but the things that she's heard that you've done with other, I'm gonna stop because I don't want
no,
to.
why-
No,
why-
we have to.
Are you
this
fine
is
with
an
this?
open forum. He's fine.
No, I know, but I really
Yeah. That's
What has he
fine.
done? He hasn't
because
done anything.
I am worried that after this, Hot Dog is gonna be upset.
What's done is
No.
done. You
You'll
can't
get
make it
over it,
worse.
don't worry.
Yeah, we're just talking. We're not. Whatever you said on the air is
okay.
fair.
Troy makes a good point that somehow I'll bet within 48 hours,
Yeah, it'll
no matter
blow
how
over.
mad he gets, Hot Dog will find it in his heart to forgive you.
So why did you say that she deserves better than Hot Dog?
Was it the threesomes, the devil's triangles, the drinking games? You know, he had a threesome with another guy.
Sure.
Go on.
Did you?
I didn't mean to
Yeah.
put words
Yeah,
in.
yeah.
Did I do that?
I don't know if you knew. He has a
Yeah,
larger
did I?
penis than people thought he did too.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Hot Dog is.
Oh
Hot
my
Dog is
God,
packing.
that's so gross.
What's Hot Dog got in his pants?
He's packing
Why
a
is it
punch.
gross? He has a big dick. That's not gross.
Stop
Oh.
it! Stop it! Really, I'm sweating.
What were you going to
That's-
say?
ugh.
Why
is
did
it-
why did you want to sabotage his date?
No, I'm not sabotaging. It's
Okay.
because for 8 months, I have been telling him, like, this is a nice girl. If you're going to hang out with her, stop leading her on. If you're not, he's like, that'll mom now. I'm just gonna, I don't know, I'll deal with it later. And then he kind of like stops talking to her, and then she hears about him doing someone else, and then her face
Doing
just,
someone else? Like you're having sex with other people, and she's hearing about it.
Someone squealed.
yes, and he saw her face, and she was like, looked devastated, and then they started hanging out, and again, I don't know.
It's weird that Hot Dog would find somebody that is like obviously so into him, and he just doesn't care about.
Absolutely, and then he would actually have sex and then let her find out about it. I mean, that's got to be horrible to do to a friend.
I can't believe Hot Dog even had sex.
You can't believe that?
Why? You had such a long stretch and couldn't get a boner, and it was the whole thing.
That's true.
I know.
That's true.
I think it was just that one chick I couldn't get a boner with.
It happens.
Yeah.
So wait, it bothers you to hear that he has a bigger penis? So what? It's good. It's a good thing to.
Okay, he's got a real mule.
Troy saw it on a video.
Why did you say it's gross? No woman thinks a big penis is gross.
You don't think so?
I just don't think it's like thinking about. No. It's like you wouldn't think about your brother like that. I'm not gonna think about Hot Dog like that.
No, I don't. I know
Hot Dog's
it's
not your brother, though.
Yeah.
My brother's packing a punch too.
Is it really? Yeah, it's genetics.
Good for you guys. Good for you guys.
Yeah.
Because Hot Dog's not your. Hot Dog, do you look at Angie like a sister?
No, but I don't look
How
at
do you
anyone
look at her?
as a close friend, but I don't look at anyone as a brother or sister.
Wait, how do we go from best friends to close friends?
Well, because you're not my best friend, but you're.
What?
But we've just
We
mentioned.
had like a discussion about this. You're like, yeah, you're one of my best friends.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be like one of your bros or anything.
Well, you're not my best friend, but you're one of
No,
my
I'm
best
not.
friends. You're a close friend.
Yeah,
But you were saying he was your best friend.
he's one of my best friends.
Right. So that was the same thing.
Yeah. Okay.
It feels
as
like
long as I
it
guess
feels like the friendship is a little more heavy on the Angie. end.
Agree, but you when you mentioned his penis, you were like, that's gross. But do you think the thinking of her naked is gross?
No,
Yeah.
that's it's immature.
It's not gross, right?
No.
It's nice, right? Hot Dog?
Unless it's like, 60-year-old woman. I'm like, ugh.
Right. Like if you were like if
I
somebody
know, but
was.
you don't want to think of me like doing things with other guys. Like you'd rather not hear about that, right?
I've heard from you about that.
Oh yeah.
Oh, jeez.
In detail.
You don't need all those details, do you?
Not that much detail.
Did it bother you?
No.
I've never told you things in that much detail.
What didn't you tell
Oh,
him?
there's
you were gonna
more
tell him?
detail.
What didn't you tell him?
We're not
It's a good question.
all the butt sex I get.
Wow.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah, thank you.
Trooper.
Thank you.
Hot
What a
Dog,
fucking good egg.
do you like?
Yep, I try.
Do you like the details or you don't like the details?
I just listen to the details. I'm not like going like, oh, that's fucking gross or
Did
anything.
you know
didn't.
that she was into anal sex or no?
She's not into anal sex.
She just said all the butt stuff. She's probably telling the
She's
truth.
joking.
No, she's not.
Oh, okay.
Travis in Kentucky would like to make a comparison, I believe. What's up, Travis?
Hey, I know you guys are already roasting her, and I've got plenty I could throw on that, but I'm curious to know. I had a friend just like that, and how do you stay friends, Doc? That makes no sense. I mean, there's no way you have that strong of feelings, but if you did, I know there's no way I could stay friends because I've been there and I couldn't do it.
Stay friends like despite what?
I think
Being in love with her and attracted to her.
Yeah, I think you objecting to the fact that you're in love with her. Most of the audience has put that on the complete pay no mind.
Yeah,
Like that's
it's
total
just
nonsense.
going, whoop.
Yeah, we don't believe you.
No, we don't.
But
Because
also-
honestly, like it wouldn't make sense. Like it's too much to deal with in a friendship. It doesn't like why would you?
I mean, our friendship isn't crazy. We hang out at work all
Yep.
the time, and then every
Hang
now.
out all the time outside of work.
Yeah.
And then every night, what?
No, I'm saying we hang out at work every time. We will come over to each other's places and like we'll just hang out and like
We'll
get
go
some
hang
food.
out with our other friends too.
Oh, that's fun.
There's nothing crazy
Yeah,
about it.
Sam, we've been to your house together.
Do you guys
I know,
ever
I
sit
was
on the
trying
couch?
to do my man a
more,
solid.
Yeah, more than one
Oh,
occasion.
sorry.
Do you ever sit on the couch alone and watch a movie?
I can't sit still for that long, so no.
Right,
Why-
she
why
has a
can't
short
you-
attention span.
Oh, you
yeah,
do?
I do.
They did go to my house together.
That's short. Yeah, we did.
Yeah. And they were next to each other the whole time, having a great time together.
Mm-hmm.
But I was petting your dog mainly, but sure.
You like the dog more than Hot Dog?
No, I think we were like me and you and like Joe were just talking about things, and Angie was just like in her own little world.
The men were
With
talking while the
Lila.
broads pet the animals.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
Broads.
Right. That makes sense.
Yeah.
I get that. So when other people, not just us, but
Mhm.
people outside the show go like, well, clearly Hot Dog's in love with you.
Never. Never.
They may not see it as much as we hear all the details.
Okay, well, when everybody here goes like, well, yeah, clearly that's what's happening. Do you go, that is crazy? Like, I don't even understand what they're seeing because that's a whole other world.
I really don't understand.
It's weird.
No.
Who do you think values your time together more, you or him? Of the two of you, who do you think is more likely to break plans, or who do you think values your time together more?
I would say me. No,
Yeah.
no, seriously, because whenever we have a really fun night, I'm always the one to like call him or text him and be like, that was so much fun, right? And if he's like, haha, yeah, I'm like, what? You didn't have a great time?
Or like last
Yeah.
night when you were like, you want to do something after this, and I was like, I don't know, maybe, and then you got upset.
Yeah.
But how many
last
times-
night? We
I
weren't
mean,
hanging
like,
out last
the-
night.
We literally,
dinner.
I mean, you
Did,
pizza.
oh, right.
she
oh,
did shoot a wedding. And to
She
go
did,
home
and that's
from
what,
it,
and at
like,
the train station.
Yeah, what are you talking about, man?
Yeah.
I'm a high maintenance person, and he puts up with it because he's just
you know
relaxed.
what's interesting?
What?
I've never had a high maintenance friend. Because
Me neither.
Why would I deal with a high maintenance friend?
Ever.
If my
We're
friend,
kind of fun sometimes.
If I was out with Bob Kelly and he wanted to stay, if he was single and wanted to do something, it wouldn't bother me at all.
yeah,
I could care. If Bob Kelly checked into a hospital, I'd still go home and not care.
yeah, bye.
See ya. Good luck.
It's also like it's not like we don't go out of our ways to see each other. It's just like Andrew would be like, "Can I come over like and use your
Yeah.
computer or something like that?" I'll be like, "Yeah," and then
Or I'm just like, if you're able to meet for dinner, he's like, yeah, I can meet for dinner, but after Sam's thing.
Hot dog,
Right.
you
And
don't
then
have
you'll-
to go out of
then-
your way to see each other if you see each other 6 times a week.
We don't see each other that often, though.
You just said you hang out at work every day.
Well,
and
no, if
whenever
we're
we
have-
whenever
also-
we are at work.
Why
I
do you have
see.
to use his computer? You don't
Is it-
have one?
No, I do have one.
But what? What do you like better about his?
His is. It's just a different. It's just different. It's a PC, and sometimes it's easier for me to navigate that one. And I don't. We have fun hanging out in Harlem.
I see.
yeah. And this started when I was using that tablet thing. Remember?
Yeah.
So we were editing videos in my tablet.
So
and-
she had a
Yeah.
computer at her place, and she would go, "Hey, hot dog, I'm going to leave my computer behind. Can I come over and borrow your tablet?"
yeah.
Yeah.
And sometimes see my mom like in a towel.
Oh my gosh, his mom.
But you would
Yes.
never go like, why would anybody decide to forego using a computer for video work and choose tablet?
No,
because
it's
I
because
have
he
one.
was teaching me how to do
I-
video
yeah,
work.
I
I've never
was.
done it before, and so he was.
I see.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's useful.
That's very, very
Yeah, just
flattering.
for-
Very, very
That's a-
warm. Are you a little
really-
cold? A little bit.
You just described your best friend as
As
useful.
useful.
Did I not just say yes? I'm cold. I'm high maintenance. I'm not. I wouldn't be friends with me. So that's why I do value the friendships I have. That people.
Do you ever
See-
wonder why would anybody put up with this?
Yes, I could never be friends with me.
I have a guess.
So that's why. I always appreciate hot dog.
All my
and-
friends love you. So
Yeah,
that's-
and I love
yeah.
your friends. We
Yeah.
have so much fun.
Yeah.
So.
But what is it about? How come you don't look at him like he could be possibly more than a friend? He's a good-looking guy. He's a nice guy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
actually, you know what? We asked Hot Dog, are you attracted at all physically
Okay.
to any
Yeah,
of
we
the...
did ask him. He admitted that you're very beautiful. You had a great ass, he said.
I didn't say
he
that.
did not
You
say
did.
that.
Yes,
Yes,
Jim
you
Anyone
said
who's-
Jen had a great ass, and you said all the things about Jen I feel about...
He was like, haha, I guess, like shoulder shrug.
So you don't think she has a nice hiney?
No, we're
Then-
not talking about my.
No
No,
comment.
no,
Why?
no booty talk. No.
Why?
I thought you guys
That's-
are best friends. You
yeah,
say
what's-
this
that,
stuff.
that's how is that
No,
so bad?
I don't go up to like my other best friends and be like, you know what? I love your butt.
Yeah,
I
but you
don't
know
do
what?
that.
Troy's, he's my bro, and he talks to me about fat asses all the time. Isn't that right, Troy?
Love a big fat ass.
He talks about him nonstop.
But complimenting other men is fine. Like you
No,
don't have to.
but hot dog, like if
Jim's
we
got a great ass.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
Yeah,
I haven't noticed.
Been told.
it's really nice.
Thank you.
okay, but if we are, I don't know.
Tell
I'm
me.
Well,
not,
you're just
I'm not gonna
talking.
justify it. No, because
No.
if we're out, like we see a good-looking person, we'll be like, oh, that's a handsome dude, or like, oh, that's a
Right.
hot chick.
you
Like,
say that, Hot Dog? Like, oh, check out that dude over there.
Or a
no,
hot
you
chick?
won't say check it out. If
A
I
pretty
like,
girl, yeah.
yeah, if she's all the time, like other girls that he's like kind of friends
Ah.
with, like likes from afar, he's like, she's so pretty, and he'll tell me that.
Do you think Hot Dog's
you know,
attractive?
As yes.
No, we're not talking about as a human being, as physically.
Look at that. That's a
Oh.
man. I saw a lot of
That
Hot
is
Dog's
a-
gums in that smile. That was the biggest smile I've ever seen from him.
No, but do you
Okay.
think he's attractive as a man? Not just as your friend.
I think he's a good-looking guy. If you
Yes,
didn't know him,
Angie.
you didn't know him. You're not friends. You just see him and like, oh, that's a good-looking guy, or not for me.
I don't know.
It's just personal
Yeah,
taste.
you know what? It's just a question.
Just personal taste.
No, sir. Because after this, no matter what I say, you're like, what if?
But
you're
you know
gonna...
he thinks that you're good looking. That's not that.
Do you
fair.
think Angie is beautiful?
Oh, we're not.
Yeah,
doing...
I've told you that before. That's not.
Well, because I forced you into it. I was like, hey, do I look fine? And you're like, I'm like, what? And you're like, yeah, you look great.
Okay, great. So what now?
Which is, by the way, what you do with your friends. Jim, I meant to tell you this morning when you walked in. You look beautiful.
Thank you very much. I'm feeling heavy, but Sam always picks me up.
No, you look beautiful.
Sam tells me what a lump of shit I look like every day.
I'll tell you that too.
Anytime
After
Jim
this,
goes
I'll
like,
tell you that.
I have to lose 2 pounds, and he looks at his gut, every single time I go, yeah,
Yeah, or maybe more.
maybe more. Oh, yeah, I see that. Yep.
First of all, you shouldn't even be worried about that.
I do.
I would worry a little.
Sure.
You're
Always-
fine.
Yeah. Could be
Just
better.
fine.
Listen,
Oh, that's right. You're great.
Do you
I
think-
hate saying fine.
now that you know that Hot Dog thinks that you're an
Beautiful.
attractive, beautiful girl,
Okay.
would physically, if you weren't friends with Hot Dog,
Yeah.
If I
would you
weren't
be like,
friends with
that's a
Hot
good
Dog.
looking guy or not my type?
Yes, like that's a good looking guy, but not my type. Like there's
Oh.
that's the I'm not your type.
What?
Not your. What do you mean? You're blonde and gorgeous with a great body. Whose type aren't you?
No.
Hot Dog, would you say Angie is not your type?
I'm not his
I
type.
have a specific type that I like the most, but I don't not have a type.
Gotcha.
So you say she's your type?
No.
No, like my favorite type is like an Asian girl or something like
But
that.
no, but
Oh,
your
yeah.
type, like you're talking like types like a guy wouldn't be attracted to you if you're not your type. You know what guys' types are?
Anything with a
hot
hole.
chicks.
yeah,
Hot chicks.
like anyone.
Good looking
Right.
girls.
That's right.
Right.
Okay.
Go to Jim and Sack,
Okay.
please.
What's going on, Jim?
Angie's full of shit. She knows that Hot Dog's got a thing for her.
You think
She
so?
gets off on it.
I
oh
think
yeah, definitely.
I think you're full of shit.
Ooh.
Oh,
That,
yeah.
and absolutely.
You sit there and you play with this poor guy's emotions. That makes you happy, knowing you can get away with whatever you want.
No, sir.
Oh,
He has
boy.
never.
Hot dog
If he has ever, he's never confessed any sort of feelings towards me.
Hot
Never
Dog, have
even-
you ever,
Never even hinted.
Have
No,
you
never
ever-
even
He didn't
hinted.
have to.
ever in the relationship, have you ever, even in the
Mm.
beginning, when you first meet Angie,
Mhm. Oh,
Did
in the beginning, I think anyone's
did you have feelings for her in the beginning?
not
Oh my
feelings.
God.
No, not feelings. Just was like, oh, that's an attract. Like she's hot. Like,
You
in the
didn't have a
beginning.
crush on her in the beginning.
No.
Well, because I'm.
Come on, Hot Dog,
No,
we
this
can't
is-
get anywhere if you're
Yes,
just.
neither. You can't get anywhere with either of them.
No.
They're being stupid, aren't
No,
they?
we're
They
not
are
being
She wants to come in here.
stupid.
She wants to come in here, not wants to talk about anything. Okay, and then she
talking.
won't admit that she's dangling the carrot in front of his face.
Right in front of his carrot.
Yeah, exactly.
Ew.
And he's just
No.
stringing right along.
Oh, he loves vegetables,
No,
doesn't he?
I have had guy friends. I have had guy friends who I have known have liked me a certain way, and I didn't like them that way.
And what do you do?
Leave him at the train station.
Yeah, it depends on who's at the bar, right? What
Yeah, I
have you what
guess
have you
that's
done?
true.
What have you done in the past? Have you roped them along a little bit because it's fun? It's not.
No, if they bring it up or it's like or it's mentioned, then it's like I don't feel the same way. Like I'm comfortable with being friends, but if you're not, that's okay. And or I've liked a guy and he hasn't liked me back, and then hopefully I would hope that he would do like the same thing. Usually they just
Well-
do the slow fade and ghost, but
Lonnie is picking up on something here. Lonnie in North Carolina.
Mm.
Yeah, there's a lot of sexual tension in that room. I think
Yeah, and
Hot
it's-
Dog needs to take that mule and put it to good use.
Yeah.
Just slap it on the table. This is what we're working
That's
with.
Yeah.
right. Put it on the table, show her what you got there, buddy.
Thank you,
Okay.
Lonnie. Lonnie is right. I mean, there normally is a certain degree of sexual tension between Jim and myself and Troy, like the
Sure.
three-way
It's
sexual
It's
tension.
Three men.
normal between friends.
Yeah.
But there is a degree of unsaidness and
you're
tension
kidding.
in here.
I don't feel that.
I mean,
at
Jim,
all.
do you feel it?
From him to her.
Not from her to him.
No.
Mm.
Right.
No. But
You
I've,
feel like
I'm
she's
not even
being
shit on
honest.
Hot Dog. Everyone has been in this situation a bunch.
I've been
Oh
so
my
many
God,
times,
yes.
dude.
So I'm not shitting on you. I completely get it. That's how we know what we're talking about because I've been there many
Yes.
times. When I like someone and they don't like me, but women again, they're more. I can be friends with you, but they don't want to acknowledge the elephant in the room because then they have to make a decision on the friendship.
You talking about Hot Dog's dick?
Yeah, that's the
elephant?
trunk.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, you'll get yourself to a point where you'll go, you know what? You have these feelings. I've been there. This is how I have felt before. Where I'll convince myself that it's better if I have this person's attention on like this much of it. At least it's better to be friends than to not have that attention at all. And that's all well and good until train station gate happens, and you go,
Train station.
this is the
gate.
difference.
'Cause
This is what it is.
I'm friends with a lot of women who I don't sleep with. Good friends.
That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, we're just friends.
Yeah.
That's very shitty of you to say. That's a very shitty thing
No,
to
it's
say.
a very
but-
actually a fine compliment.
That's not a fine compliment.
I'm taking it as a fine compliment, meaning, wow, Jim's a good guy.
No.
She's saying I don't blame him for not fuck you. I'm saying,
Okay, all right.
I'm saying we're just a different interpretation of the same information.
Okay.
Let's see.
But I don't get grossed out if I think about them naked. Like I can think about women I've worked with, and they're like, "Yeah, all right, picture her naked." It doesn't make me go like, "Oh, yeah."
Well, it's also maybe it's my upbringing's different.
Is it because he's not white?
It's a great question. Jim.
Oh, that could be it.
Texas.
It is, and it is taught in the home.
Is that true?
Mm-hmm.
We're
What-
not. Yes, I am from Texas. No, I'm not a racist.
I'm not saying you're a racist. I don't mean you're a racist. I'm not saying
Would it
you're
be
a
an
racist.
issue if you brought hot dog home for any reason?
No, not at all.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. All right.
No, my
Good
mom
news, right,
knows
hot
hot dog, and I mean, my mom has never like met him, but she knows about hot dog. And
You talk to your mom about hot dog.
yeah, because he's one of my best friends.
Oh.
I talk to my mom about everything.
That was another thing you did. Remember when you had her call and asked if I can cover one of your shifts and put me on the
Oh,
spot?
yeah,
that was
that's
another
true.
messed up thing you
Wait,
did.
your mom, why did his mom
But
come
she
up
had-
with?
Did I
she
not
had-
cover for you that same week?
Because I was
though?
pissed off and I was like, you made me say yes to your mom.
That's
Well,
true.
What were you
I've
pissed
done
off
that.
about? What happened?
Well, I was in Connecticut because I was there, and
Why were you there?
There's a home there.
Connecticut?
my parents have a house there.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yes. No, I wasn't there getting dick. And
Whoa.
I wasn't implying that you
Whoa.
might have
Whoa.
Somebody's got a guilty conscience.
Exactly.
no.
She goes to fucking Bridgeport for dick.
Bridgeport.
No.
What a great local reference.
So, whatever. It's in the past, and I covered for you that week anyway.
So
It's
tell me
all
but
resolved.
why did you have
happened?
to cover for him? You're in Connecticut. You're on the
'Cause I
phone.
was
Your
with-
mom
I
is
was-
there.
I
You did
wanted
kind
to
of
hang out
manipulate
with-
me a little bit.
I see.
Yeah, it's true. I did
Yes.
have my mom on speakerphone. I was like, Mom, can you ask Hot Dog for me? Because then he can't say no.
Ask what?
If he could just cover a shift for me so I could stay some more time with my mother, who I don't see because she's usually in Austin.
Oh, you made your mom call
Yeah.
and guilt hot dog into taking over your shift?
Well,
Knowing
she,
I have a
So-
busy schedule.
So did you not think to yourself, I can get hot dog to take over this shift? Obviously you thought that, but the reason being is that there are certain feelings here. He's going to say yes to.
Sure.
I go out of my way for friends, like just friends. And so does Hot Dog.
If Angie asked me directly, I would have said no. That's why she.
I know. He
So
would
she-
You
have.
think that's true, Jim?
No.
No.
I know, but I still
Troy,
covered for
that's a
you
no?
that week.
No,
Because
you did. You did.
yeah,
You
because
did.
you said Angie, you owe me. And I was like, yeah, I do. And I stuck to that. I did. I was like, oh, I'm not going to do that, Hot Dog.
I was
like,
just saying
that would have
that's
been
an
crappy.
example of sometimes when you do things that, a little bit manipulative.
Yeah, fine,
Is
but I
she
got what I
manipulative with
want.
you?
It's worth it.
No, because I wouldn't be friends with her if she wasn't. But there are like
You might
some.
be.
She said, I got what I want. It's worth it.
I mean, that's
Is that what? No.
What?
Didn't you
You-
say, I
you
got what
said
I
that?
want? It's worth it.
That's literally your quote that you just said. We could pull it up if you want.
I got what I want. It's worth it.
We have the
Yeah.
technology.
No, it's true. I mean, yeah,
Right.
but I still did what you asked me
Yeah,
to do.
yeah, after the fact.
that
I was
week.
I just brought that up.
So the only issue of concern is that, and this is, as Jim and I have said, we've both been in situations, and
Sure.
we've
Okay.
observed other people in situations. Maybe this isn't one of those situations where there is a friend zone thing happening. And what tends to happen is the guy will allow himself to be taken advantage of, and the girl will say, well, look, if this is going to be right here, I'm going to take advantage
How
of
can
this.
you not? It's
It'd be
here.
like if I had money in the bank account. What am I going to sit there and be like, oh, I can't go out to dinner tonight? Like, there's money in the bank account. I'm going to
Sure.
spend it.
It's
There's
not like-
this guy who I can just, kick the shit out of,
no, I
punch in
don't-
the face, rub his nose in shit, whatever I want to do. And why not do that?
Have
Well,
I
the concept
ever
isn't-
rubbed your nose in shit? Per
And the
se?
concept-
I've never
Literally.
done. I've never done
Metaphorically,
that.
I know.
Metaphorically, of
I
course.
Exactly.
I picked up on that.
Oh,
Thanks,
okay.
guys. Um,
The concept
No,
of
but
being
I've
friend
never-
zoned isn't foreign to me. I've been
Oh.
friend zoned before.
Sure.
This isn't like
And
I've never heard of that before.
Did it bother you when she did it?
No.
there was
Oh, okay, all right. So it didn't bother him.
No, there was never a friend zone.
Oh.
But
we always just maintain friends.
right. The point
Oh.
is, this is not that. Is what
Let
I'm
me
trying
ask
to
you
say.
this.
Yeah.
Hot dog.
And
Yeah.
If Angie came to you
Uh-huh.
oh, don't do that.
and she
Yeah.
goes, like, Hot dog, this is weird. I know we've been friends for a long time.
Yeah.
But what if we let's go out to dinner
Okay.
and maybe just see if it's anything.
Let's
more.
actually go on a date.
Let's go on a date. Let's go to dinner. Obviously, we're gonna go to the Comedy Cellar because it's a date with you.
Yeah, right.
But let's
yeah,
go.
that's your
out-
go-to for everything.
but she said, let's go out to dinner. Let's go on a date. Would you go? What would you do?
do not.
Hold on, let him answer. He's an answer.
No, I would laugh, and then I'd be like, okay. But
you would.
I wouldn't take it seriously.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But you would do it. You would try.
If you knew that it wouldn't be sex, but you might hold hands, and you're just gonna act like it was a
that's,
date.
No, that's.
And just gonna see. You're gonna go and see what the
I won't-
chemistry's like on a
I
date.
won't even
That-
hug
it's-
Hot
it's-
Dog.
yeah,
Like I won't even hug him.
That's because
Like
there's
that's
a
too
weirdness.
weird.
But tell me, if she said, let's just see what this feels like. I'm not asking you to ask her. I'm saying she's asking you.
What ifs are so stupid?
Hold on,
You're right.
Let him answer.
Hypotheticals just don't make any
No,
sense on the radio.
Yeah, let him answer.
No, but because even just describing like the holding hands thing.
Well, we're not talking about holding it.
Yeah,
We're just
forget
saying
I
it's a
said that.
date. She says, let's see, let's go on let's go on one of your dates.
Come on, hot.
You already
dog.
answered.
Don't
You're
fucking
right.
right.
Think
But
it.
when you put the image out there, it's
weird,
Well, maybe,
right?
yeah, maybe the
It's
hand
weird.
holding is
This
weird.
is getting frustrating.
yeah.
I know it's
These two are just completely out of their fucking mind.
no
you don't
one
bu-
believes you, Hot Dog.
Hot Dog, if she came up to you and said, we should go on a date, even if you were kind of, you might laugh because it's like awkward and it's been so long and everything,
right.
you'd say yes.
Of course you would.
What else are you doing?
You're trying to save face now, hot dog.
He
No,
is.
well, I'm trying.
You're
to
not the alpha male,
Well, I'm
bro.
trying to-
No, but see, we're just not compatible romantically.
Oh.
Why not? He has a penis.
That's
a big
not
one, I've heard.
That's not what
That's
makes
true.
something.
Troy, is it big?
It's quite a big penis. Is
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah. He's holding. Hot Dog is holding.
Hot Dog's holding.
But I've been in a situation where I'm crushing on this girl really hard, and I might have. It might be the case right now with you know who.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure.
But like I'll crush on a girl really hard, and it's happened with my ex too, and I'll keep like being persistent and bothering them, be like, hey, let me take you out on a date. I
He
know-
really does bother
She'll
them.
tell me, they'll tell me no, and I'll be like, let me take you out on a date. Let me take
Okay,
you out
but
on a
that's
date.
not what I asked you.
Why would that situation?
I
why
asked
would
you.
I not?
I asked you if Angie asked you out on a
This is
date.
different.
Yeah, you're in love with this woman.
This is different.
You want to?
No, I was in love with my ex, and that's exactly
You
how.
weren't.
Yeah.
You wouldn't buy her shrimp.
No,
No,
You
also
was-
Hot Dog. If we really think about it, it's always me who asks to hang out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always my idea.
So if she said to you, I want to go on, let's just go on a date and try it.
Just to try.
You already admitted you would say yes.
I think I think you would be like, "Are you okay?"
No. What do you think he'd say if you said, for real? If you said, not let's fuck, let's not hold hand, let's go on a date and see what happens. In honesty, what do you think he would
I
say?
think you'd be like, I don't know about that.
And what would be the difference from us going out to dinner? Or
Well, you know,
Yeah.
you're just
Romantic
like-
possibilities. Like, you know right now that there's not much of a romantic possibility, even though you
But
hold out
just
hope.
just
No,
using
but
the
the-
word date doesn't magically change that.
yeah,
sure it does.
exactly. I mean, we've hung out.
Well, then why don't you go on a
plenty
date
of
if it doesn't change anything? If
Yeah.
it doesn't change anything, why don't you go on a date?
because that's just like hanging out for us.
No,
We just hang
then,
out.
Well, then why don't you just go on a date? If it doesn't change anything,
But don't you think that if she said
Mm-hmm.
date, let's see what happens,
Right.
It
it
well,
would
I
clearly change the dynamic. You're going with new intentions.
Well, my thought would be we've already been on. We've hung out for the last year and a half. What
Right.
is
And
what is
almost like things that happen, almost like date like.
How about
too,
this?
that other people would.
Angie, if
consider-
Hot Dog said to you, let's go on a date, what would you say?
no,
Exactly. You wouldn't have to. So I'm not sitting here going through all this rigmarole. No, I might. Then I
Maybe it'd be weird.
because I'm trying to explain it off.
Angie, can I tell you something? I believe you.
yeah,
yeah,
completely.
thank you.
Yeah, I think you're being honest.
So you guys don't hug at all?
You know what we need?
I did on your birthday.
You know what we need?
I got him a birthday card. I
And a
ran
hug.
around and got people.
She gives very nice cards.
You know what we need? A lie detector.
Yeah.
We need a lie detector in here. That's
Yeah.
it. I believe you, Angie. We need to get it. We need to get a lie detector in here, and we need to get to the bottom of what's going on.
All right.
I mean, because I feel like we have made no movement whatsoever.
None.
Absolutely, there was because I've always stood by this.
Well, you're not admitting to what Hot Dog has going
You're
on.
admitting to
I
your
don't
intentions.
believe it.
You do.
You do. You don't want to.
No,
And
I
Hot Dog
don't.
is being as dishonest as anyone has ever been in this studio.
I would not. No, I would not have come in the studio if I actually thought he had feelings like that for me, because I would have put him through that.
Yes, you would.
Your whole exercise was to humiliate Hot Dog.
Yeah.
He
That's
didn't
the
want
only
to
reason you
I
wanted to
know,
come
but
in.
not like
Humiliate, yeah.
emotionally crush him.
Well, you're
Just
doing
kind of like, ha ha ha.
You think so, Troy?
Yeah, I mean, come on. You're dangling the carrot. You're not stupid. You're a bright girl. You know what you're doing.
She is smart.
You know
you
what
know-
you're doing.
Oh,
She
thanks,
knows.
guys.
She is.
Look, I'm a big fan of Angie.
Me too.
Sure.
I think she's great.
Me too.
She's awesome.
I think you're fun. I think you're smart. I think you're great.
Aw.
But I don't have any problem telling you that either. I'm not. I guess she's smart and fun.
God, was he Mickey Mouse all of a sudden? No, he doesn't.
You know what happens?
What?
When guys are nervous about their truths coming out, sometimes their voice goes up several octaves.
I know. The hot dog does that all the time. He'll be like,
Yeah, exactly. He does it all the time with you.
Yeah.
You know when he doesn't do it? When he's
When?
hanging out with me.
Yeah.
His voice remains constant. What do you need, Sam? Okay, no problem.
That's true. I've
You
never
got it.
heard that voice unless he was
No.
but
talking
his
about
voice also does that too. When like he speaks normal when we're just talking.
Oh.
or exasperated.
Yeah, no, but
That's
there's
just my-
plenty of times that hot dog's like, I don't want to hang out, and like he doesn't follow through on hanging out.
you. Sure.
He's a flake. That doesn't mean he's not in love with you.
Yeah.
Well, if
You
that
can,
was,
I mean, both can be the case.
but if that was the case of her stringing me along, I would be a fucking lapdog. And
it's been
You
3
are.
years.
Yeah.
3
year
years.
and a
I haven't
half,
known
yeah.
you for
All right,
3
yeah.
years.
It's
Right,
been
yeah.
it's been a year and a half at least.
Yeah, you're getting strung along. Hot dog.
So let me ask you: the idea of giving Angie a kiss that bothers you?
Oh, stop. Yeah,
yeah,
Like-
that's weird.
Who do you
That's
believe
weird.
right now?
it's weird.
Well,
I believe her.
It's weird.
for me
He's
personally,
agreeing
I watched
with
both.
me.
both just said it's
I
weird.
watch. I know, and I watched both their faces. I believe Angie is telling the truth, and
Oh.
Hot Dog is being
Okay.
very dishonest.
You don't think he thinks it's weird?
Tell me that.
Okay.
Ask me if I think kissing a girl would be fun.
Do you think kissing a girl would be fun?
Yeah. 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 I guess. Yeah.
No, but after
Did you believe me just now? Did
after
you,
hot
Angie?
I didn't believe you.
Thank you, Jim.
So if hot dog had a date last weekend and he called me
How did it go?
afterwards, it went good.
Because I'm pretty sure you got one more failure before you have to go on a date with my brother, but that's besides
yes.
the point.
So how was it?
If I,
It was great. It's just it's been a while since this isn't like the first date I've gone out with her, and I've kind of messed up beforehand, so it's kind of just like
kind of messed up.
yeah. So I just
How'd you
kinda-
mess up? You kept talking about Angie.
Oh no, she did ask about me on the date though. She's like, "How's Angie?" She
Yeah.
knows about me.
Yeah.
And Hot
Yeah.
Dog went on for 30 minutes.
And
Uninterrupted.
She's
and
amazing.
she asked about.
Oh, it's so
Annie.
funny. You know, she was wearing this striped shirt at work today. And I saw her wear the striped shirt earlier, and she sometimes wears it on Mondays, but this was a
Yeah.
Tuesday. And so I didn't know what
Yes.
was.
No, but she also asked about Annie. It wasn't just me.
Oh.
And he was telling me about. He's like, "Oh, she's so pretty. It was so fun. I hope she wants to go out with me again."
You know what's
I'm
great?
trying to win her over. She's very
you know
nice.
what's great?
and
I know, but you messed up pretty bad in the past. So
that's
you
why
really.
I said I'm
But
trying to win her
that's
over.
why you can't be petty and text her back 6 hours later because she waited 3 hours. That's ridiculous.
This female friend that Hot Dog has, Annie, that we keep bringing up,
Sure.
like we've all seen them together.
Yeah.
They have complete friendship chemistry. There is
Total.
no romantic chemistry
Right.
at all between
None.
them, and it's equal, and they're both, and it's a great friendship.
He's not sheepish or shy.
No, but both Hot Dog and Angie are using Annie as an excuse to be like, well, it's just like Annie. It's just like Annie.
It is.
It isn't.
It's not.
It's
not like
No,
It
it is
is.
not.
It is.
Do you
No,
think
it
it's the same
isn't.
thing, Troy?
No, of course not. Come on.
Is there
Hot
no
dog, get off the
one in this
program.
room that agrees with Rob? Is there no one in this room who agrees with
Rob,
me
we're-
at any point?
Do you think we're
No.
exaggerating? Do you think we're making something out of nothing? Oh, you don't. Okay.
No one.
Travis and no one.
Travis, you're pretty
Travis,
smart.
you don't think he's in love with her, do you?
What?
You don't think he's in love with her, do you?
Uh-huh.
And Angie knows what she's doing.
She does.
She's
I
not
think so,
stupid.
too.
She's
I think
dangling that carrot,
I
stringing him
appreciate
along.
you saying I'm not stupid, but I also do know what it's like to have a guy friend who likes you,
Right.
and that's
Thank
Okay,
you.
perfect. But you know what happens in
No,
in
this
friend
is-
zone
this is
in
not
friend
it.
zone
This is never
scenarios
it.
in friend zone scenarios, the minute one party puts on the table what's actually going on, the whole business is
Then
disrupted.
all of a sudden, you can no longer pretend it. You can no longer go under
Yes.
the illusion that it doesn't exist once it's
Yes.
addressed.
I've been there before, and and that's
Right?
not my. I'm not the type to be like, okay, like I literally go like, no, well, just let me take you out on one date and let's see what happens. Like
Yeah.
I've been there more than one occasion.
Yeah,
Yeah.
except for when you're
When I
Head
really
over
like
heels
you.
in love.
you would have. I really like him. You would have
Okay,
told
even
me
she
by
heard
now.
that one.
What's
Yeah,
that?
I did.
He would have told you by now?
Yes, like there would have been.
Not
The last-
necessarily true.
Angie, there's different ways men feel. Sometimes you meet a girl and you're like, "Oh, she's cool. Yeah, I kind of want to go on a date with her." Or something. And then there's another version of that when you meet a girl and you're like, "Oh my god, like I think I just want to spend the rest of my life with this."
You're saying
person."
sometimes it's more love than lust?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The last girl from December, the one from the Bronx that
Right?
I kept asking out.
I'm sure. Yeah.
Kept saying no,
Sure.
no.
You thought
And
a girl was cute. You wanted to date her.
That
That's
happens.
not what we're saying is going on.
Yeah.
That's different from being in love with
I had
somebody.
feeling. I was talking to Angie about her all the time. I was like,
I hear all about this.
yeah, exactly.
Because you're not willing to risk the no. Like, you know that she will say no at this point, at least.
I've heard no's is what I'm trying to say.
But
From
for
girls that
her,
I
it
like.
means,
Yeah.
right, but for her, it would mean more.
Oh my God, it would.
No.
It really would.
The final no where you can no longer hope that she changes her mind.
Exactly.
I've been there. It's many times.
Because it disrupts the relationship.
It
now.
disrupts, and then
We're living in this kind of fake world
Yeah.
that we're maintaining. Like, it can be whatever
Well,
it is.
if I
There's
ever
that endorphin drip that you always talk about.
Yeah.
You get that in relationships too. And you can get a little bit of that as long as this friendship, quote unquote, isn't disrupted.
That's why when she doesn't go on the train, or
When
it's
I-
crushing. No, but then that's why it's so crushing.
50 years from now, this will still be talked about. That stupid
Do you know
one
what-
train
Train?
night.
Yes.
Do you know why it'll be still talked about?
Why?
Because it wasn't just a friend. It was a girl that he was in love with.
Yeah. Who
No.
ditched him.
Listen, if I ever have kids, he'll be Uncle Hot Dog.
Even I don't
Yeah,
like that.
And I want you
you
I
don't want
want-
to be Uncle Hot Dog to
No.
her
Do you know why he doesn't want to be Uncle Hot Dog?
Because he wants to be dead.
He wants to impregnate Angie.
Yeah, exactly. Why are you saying
He
who?
didn't like that.
He wants to plant his seed.
He does.
Stop it. Okay.
Okay.
He wants to plant his seed.
I draw a line at.
He wants
What's
to.
wrong?
He wants to
That's
leave it
gross.
in and whisper "I love you" at the
Stop it.
final thrust.
Yeah. He
No.
wants to say he wants to say bite down, the womb buster's coming.
I just hear laughing. I don't know what. I have my ears covered. I don't know what
Rob.
y'all are saying.
True or false? You think? Impregnation.
Ew.
Okay, see, Rob's going.
Why are you
true.
saying ooh? Like women don't ever think it's gross to be knocked up. Women love the idea of that.
Exactly.
No.
Even if you're not into it now, it's not like gross to you as a woman.
Speaking of knocked up, we have to
Just-
take a break.
Yes,
Judd
we do.
Apatow's here.
Is he here yet or no?
He's on his way up.
Oh, thank
So
God.
we're going to take a break. But what we need to do is we're not done with this because neither one of you were entirely forthcoming. Angie, you were a little more forthcoming, but neither one of you were entirely. We have to, and Travis will work on it. We're going to get a lie detector in here, and we're hooking both of you up to it, and we're going to get some questions answered
Oh,
once
I'm
and
gonna
for all.
pass. You won't.
But what?
I believe that's true.